What's going on, fan bros? We're here at New York Comic Con at the Batman vs. Two-Face press room with James Tucker, producer. James, what's going on?
Hello.
So tell me about working on this film. It seems like when you have a good cast, everything falls into place. But when you have iconic actors like Burt, Ward, Adam West, William Shatner, how is that process and getting them together to execute this film?
Well, these actors have played these parts. William Shatner hasn't played Two-Face before, but he's played characters who are crazy.
Right.
And so I knew he would bring that, energy and that complication and that complexity to the role. And he nailed it. I mean, to me, what I was hoping is that we would get a performance that would be akin to some of his best work during the 60s when he was, on every other TV show before Star Trek and after, actually. But he's a great actor. He's a great showman. He's a great performer. So there's a lot of energy in his performance, and that's what you want in animated. An animated character needs more energy. You don't underplay it, and I don't think anyone can ever accuse William Shatner of underplaying anything.
Right.
So I think he really nailed Harvey Dent, Two-Face, in this one.
Well, being a showman for this level of Batman series is important because Batman 66 was kind of over the top, exaggerated in its own way, kind of campy, but that's what it was for its time, and that's what gave it its appeal. So how do you mesh those elements with the current Batman to create an animated film that resonates with the crowd today?
Well, we knew we didn't want this tonally to be like the first movie, Return of the Caped Crusaders, which was kind of just a homage to the series in general, and also the Batmania that took over the country in the 60s. We wanted this one to feel more like a solid standalone story. So we took a lot of cues from the first season of the series, which was a little more grounded, a little more straight, before it got really crazy in the second and third season. Right. And we did take some cues from Batman the Animated Series. So what I like to call it is we meshed the two, and it's kind of a noirish camp hybrid. So Camp Noir is what we're calling it. And I think it'll please fans of current Batman stories as well as the fans of the original series.
Camp Noir, I like that. You need to coin that and sell that everywhere.
Yeah.
Any funny stories you have in terms of outtakes or anything on this? Because I know those are some of my favorite things, seeing people act out roles for animated, and there's any outtakes. Any funny moments or iconic moments that you thought of while recording?
Not necessarily funny moments, but just really crazy cool moments where when William Shatner came back to finish voicing the role, because we record the voices before animation, and then we have the actors come back once we have the animation back in to fill in any gaps that weren't covered in the initial record. And he really got into seeing the animation and fleshing out the character. He was really dedicated to the animation process. And there's scenes where Harvey and, where he has to do Harvey's voice and Two-Face's voice. And, his Two-Face voice is amazing, by the way. It's probably up there with Richard Mall as far as scary, creepy Two-Face voices. But anyway, he really embraced the animation process to the point where, when Batman and Two-Face have a fight, he was literally hitting himself to really get the authenticity. So he really brought us the full Shatner experience.
Anybody who would beat themselves up literally for a role is somebody that you have to appreciate. James, thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right.